Welcome back, I'm DRN, and this is the Dev vs Pro Mechabellum tournament. We're going into game 2 of my casting alongside the legendary Pastadrewski. I'm afraid there will be spoilers for earlier games by nature of how tournaments are run, but I'll try and keep them to the minimum. This tournament is double elimination. Bearlike beat Insako in our last game and advanced to the winners bracket, which means that Insako is playing for his tournament life against HellOO, who lost against Steelsane in the starting round. We'll be joining them now in the losers bracket. Remember, whoever loses this is out. And if Saka wants to win this tournament, he's going to have to win every game from now till Christmas. It's a big ask, but let's see if he can do it.
Tougher marksman.
Yeah, he was a very thin formation, like an eggshell formation, which is a brittle shell, and once you've cracked it, the whole thing falls apart.
An excellent illustration.
You're far too kind. It wasn't that good.
All right, so it looks like for our next match, we're going to have HellOO versus Sako.
Oh, interesting. So Sako facing his second developer in a row. And HellOO was Stoney's pick as the dark horse developer to watch out for because of his crazy playstyle. We shall see.
Although you can't hear me, I'm going to update the stream info here.
No worries. I want to see if Insako can bounce back from a loss like that. Normally he abandons tournaments if he gets beaten, but this time he can't abandon. He's got to play on.
All right, still just waiting for our invite to the next match, but it does look like all of the other matches have been resolved, so we're on to the phase of setting up the next round.
Ooh, progressing into the losers bracket. So anyone who loses in the current game will be out of the tournament completely. This will be their second life. So any more losses and they're gone. I like double elimination. I think it's the best way of finding out who's the best player in the tournament.
Absolutely, and I particularly like the drama of it. We can be watching potentially Sako redeeming himself. Now that he's in the losers bracket, he can win every match and replay, potentially even have a rematch with Bearlike if he continues to win in the finals.
He'd have to fight his way back to the grand final though. That's tough.
The Cinderella story.
Bracket.
It's what I'm
It's
here
the dream.
for.
Yes, I'm here for it if we win it.
I do think another worthy question is going to be, will we see a different playstyle from Sako on game 2? Obviously, a lot, well, not a playstyle overall, but is he going to be doing the same aggro, same steel ball, if it's available? You know, is he going to try the same thing?
He's a very aggressive player by default. I have seen him play standard occasionally, but even his standard is an aggressive standard. It's a forward position standard. I'm shocked though at Bearlike's brushing aside Insako so easily. Insako's one of the best players in the world.
Speaking of shocking, the match prediction. We had only 5% of the points of the Drewski points went for Bearlike, 95% for Sako. Somebody made it rich.
But Sako 9th in the world currently. 300 MMR higher than Bearlike. And loses it in, what, 6 rounds? Oof, it's painful.
210 points go to Wishful Thinkings, who earlier was saying he picked Bearman just to win. He doesn't know who any of them are.
That's how you do it.
I love it. That would be me in any sort of fantasy, football, or other sports league. I would just be picking based off of the names and the logos. I have no idea what I'm doing.
So we're just waiting on getting invited to our next lobby, which is going to be Insako versus HellOO. HellOO being the developer and Sako being the pro. He didn't look very pro in his last game, I must admit.
Now, we were just chatting a little bit about HellOO because with Stoney in here, he was telling us a bit about how HellOO is just known for being unpredictable. Now, I know the playstyle here is storm spam, but just the fact that his whole MO is to do the unexpected is my sort of guy, because I never know what I'm going to be doing in a match in the first place. I'm as surprised as my opponent is if I win. So I'm looking forward to see.
Word of that. You're a 1900 MMR player, dude. You know the game inside and out. I'm hoping Sako bounces back. Here we go. Invites coming out. So now we're just waiting on the players joining the lobby.
All right.
Sako's in the house.
Sako ready to redeem himself.
And here comes HellOO. Is it HellOO or HellOO or HellOO?
For my own sanity, I'm just going to say hello, because I do not know. Both of them 2200 MMR.
But only 96k combat power for HellOO. Oh, is he a smurf?
Oh, I bet. Okay, once again, we've got our delay as we ponder the implications of that 90,000 combat power.
Oh, I'm sure it's just a secondary account for a player. I'd like to know what his other name was, though.
And if that's the case, how do we know that there's not devs playing against us at all times? Watching over our shoulders here.
I'll be honest, the first time I played against Bearlike, I didn't know who he was. He was just another player to me. And then afterwards, someone told me, and I was gobsmacked.
Oh, that is my story to a T. I had no idea. In fact, until this tournament, I did not know the names of any of the other devs aside from Bear-like.
Oh, I knew Meeson was a dev who got picked up 2 months ago. But no, I don't know the rest of the dev team. They're very quiet. And they play in Chinese local time, which is completely offset from us, like 6 hours ahead of us.
So what does that mean for time for them right now? This must be very early morning then.
Early in the morning for them, yeah. Start of the day.
Perhaps Hello's other name is Goodbye with the double O's, double zeros. I like it.
It's a double O agent.
Of course, being from England, you would know all about that.
Oh, of course, you know. The only enroll orphans, though. Normal, standard, well-rounded individuals like myself? No, not a chance. Would never make selection.
That's exactly something a spy would say.
He's onto you. Run.
5. Ooh. Instant pick for HellOO on
Cost control. Does that mean we're gonna have a sledge spam?
We may well. Sacco taking his time. He's offered speed specialist, but it's only got Mustangs as a start.
He's
giant
eyeing
specialist.
He's eyeing the steel ball and the giant, but it's not paired with the crawler.
Oh, I reckon he goes Rhino here. Let's see. Or does he take Aerial for the cheese wasp start again?
All of them are viable for Sacco. I think Sacco I myself would have gone. He would speed. I was gonna say I think he might go Rhino here. Myself, I would have picked giant. Speed it is.
This is a weak opener though. Just Mustangs and crawlers.
Yeah, as we were talking before before the start, Mustang is my least favorite starting unit. So this is
a double tank as well. It's rough.
Oh yeah.
Tanks are good versus both of those. Right up on the line again. Sacco wants to go and go quick.
Both sides loading up on extra chaff. And playing aggro.
Oh, no, he's pulled back. Wait, is the developer using the default formation offered?
No, I think he clicked and dragged and is moving him around.
Box dragged. Okay.
Worth mentioning, with that extra cost control money, he spent it on the defense tower upgrade rather than a higher value unit or anything like that at the start.
I can respect it. It's balancing out those reduced stats from being cost control. So he's actually gained health now. His units are bigger than his opponents.
Yeah, so essentially his tanks are normal tanks, and given that his board is against Mustang, I bet that played into it because he's laughing at those Mustang. Personally, I would have picked vertical tanks to handle the crawler a little bit better with the salvo fire or volley fire.
Yeah, vertical tanks are great versus close combat, but lower damage output. I think he wants them for the damage right now.
Yeah, he was looking at doing aggro as well, but I think in the end it would have been better. That's why I tend to go that way, especially if my opponent starts with crawlers.
You're a vertical tank enjoyer.
I am.
That's what Rat says to do, so you should do it.
Words to live by.
If talking Rat on the internet tells you what to do, you do it. Well, if you want to win.
If you want to win.
But we're here to have some fun.
Is Sacco picking up the Wasp play?
Oh, the Fire Badgers will be tempting though versus cost control.
I think HellOO really is looking at those Fire Badger just because of how badly he kind of got overrun with chaff there. There is the Fire Badger for HellOO.
Nice, easy, quick pick for him.
Sacco's still thinking about it.
Yeah, he's tempted by the Wasp. I can hear it from here.
He's tempted by the Wasp, but the Phoenix might be the better long-term play. He could keep those shooting all day.
But it's overkill versus cost control, isn't it?
Well, and certainly with this much chaff as well, we're seeing a Fire Badger flank.
The classic. But Sacco's left space for a Rhino if he wants, just to block it next turn.
Both sides going Fire Badger.
Double Fire Badger. Fire Badger headbutt.
So this is Sacco picking Fire Badger just because it is a tanky unit in its own right. He's using that to tank on behalf of the Mustang against the sledges.
And he's setting up a flank of his own, but an aggressive front-facing flank. Trying to encroach in the corner slightly.
I guess the big question is that flank going to... Is the rear flank there, done by HellOO, is that going to be successful? They're just now getting summoned in?
I think it will be. They're murdering all the crawlers.
Oh, they just...
bloodbath.
There they go. The crawlers are still alive.
Oh, nice.
Tower's getting
Sacco's
attacked.
through to the tower. Yes.
The advantage is just picking an aggro start, all of his units combining on that tower. But now it's going to be, once that wears off, those tanks are still alive. Level 2 Fire Badger, just too healthy, too tanky though.
Look at how fast those fire badges are as well. 13 meters per second. That's speed start. Alright, hello. What do you do here? I think I go Wraith, but we just watched Wraith get annihilated last game.
Sticky oils to
Oh.
slow this down and ignite. Are we going to see Sako do the same? With the shield. Will we see a offensively placed shield? That shield could be deployed on his opponent's side. He did a little bit. He's anticipating the oil. At the very least, he's trying to protect against the Fire Badger with it.
Oh, he's reconsidering. Where's he going to put it? Same place, okay. Small reposition.
Phoenix have been purchased along with Marksman. Actually, he might have started with Marksman, I don't recall. But the Phoenix now going for a cheesy tower grab.
Editing DRN here. My brain is now frozen thinking, do I tell him? You can tell the order of units bought by the top down, from top left, bottom right. And I decide against it and say absolutely nothing. Smooth.
Also, in order to assist the Phoenix attacking the tower, he's got a flank of another crawlers to grab that chaff. What he does not know is the new Mustangs being positioned that will be able to take on those Phoenix.
Yeah, they can get pulled sideways, but the tanks are very close as well. If the tanks kill the Mustangs before the Mustangs kill the Phoenixes, that tower is falling in seconds.
It's only going to take 2 shots from those Phoenix.
Yep. Always pull them back slightly. That sixth sense kicking in. And a cheeky missile. There we go.
Alright, the oil is lit. All those Mustangs dying. Phoenix are going to turn on the tower. No! The Phoenix are focused on the single Mustang that lived. The tower survives. A twist of fate. And now Sako running through his own fire.
The fire.
No, the other that wasn't his own
No.
fire. HellOO's fire.
Got so much fire from the fire, but he doesn't have anything left that can shoot up. So this round is definitely HellOO's.
The question is by how much? Will he have anything left over? He does.
Little tap, you know.
It's a little tap, but it's not really what I would call momentum.
No, not really, because that's oil based. You can't rely on oil every turn.
We do have the Rhino picked for HellOO, looking for another just reprieve from the opponent's aggressive positioning.
Straight into the back middle. Wants that tower. Wants it fast.
Will Sako defensively play his because he knows that that's likely?
Yeah, surely.
An upgrade on the tower as well, the one that's getting rushed. On HellOO's side.
HellOO still hasn't taken the attack up from the tower, so his units are still hitting a little bit softer than they should be, with the cost control reduction. Oh, we have an
Sako
aggressive
going...
Rhino drop.
Along with some Fire Badger support.
Yeah.
More Rhinos being purchased as well to take on the flanking Fire Badger.
And it's clever, the way he's dropping that Rhino is to land on the crawlers as they move across to the Fire Badgers. So half those crawlers are gone as soon as the Rhino lands on top of them.
We call it the Rhino Missile. There are times when you can use that as literally as a cooldown offensive piece is the dropping unit, whether you use a Rhino or a Vulcan. I think the damage inflicted is their health pool.
Yep, and it's the Goomba Stomp.
We have a little bit of a maneuver with the Phoenix, trying to avoid getting pulled in the wrong direction.
Oh, he missed the Goomba Stomp.
You can guess what I was zoomed in and staring at.
But the other Rhino deploy, it has a free shot on the tower.
There we go. Tower down, what, 6 seconds into the round? That is rough.
I do think Sako still is going to reach that left tower, but the left tower is leveled up. And so it might just be tanky enough to allow for the rest of the units to pick up the fight.
It's burning. It's burning. It's gone. And then the Rhino takes the opposite
the other tower
as well. Oof.
9 seconds per tower, an 18-second penalty.
That's a good chunk of HP now.
And the momentum is back in Sako's corner.
That's half HellOO's health bar gone. Needs more oil, he needs it fast. Oh, he's got half the oil. He's got the Vulcan. Nope. He's taking the steel balls. Okay.
Steel ball.
Interesting.
Sako grabbing the Scorpion, probably tired of those Fire Badgers holding out as long as they have been.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be one and done from that Scorpion. But the steel balls will block the path.
The steel balls are going to get one shot from a level 3 Scorpion. But I can see the reasoning. He's lining up those steel balls with the Fire Badgers. He wants those Fire Badgers gone.
Yeah.
Both sides
having
having
trouble
trouble.
through the shield. That's the plan with the steel balls.
Hmm.
Get that shield gone. It's not going to happen now, I'm afraid, with the Scorpion there.
No, I think the Scorpion is really, compared with the steel ball, especially with the positioning, as we can see where they're going to be targeting them, the Scorpion are perhaps a nail in the coffin.
He's taking lifesteal on the steel balls as well for the extra health.
That gives the level 2 steel ball up to 12,000 life. The level 1 Scorpion, 10,000 damage.
One shot is not a thing anymore.
The level
Well,
3
for the level
Scorpion,
one.
yeah, the level 1. The level 3 will still handle it, but the level 1 will the steel ball be able to life steal back up to health in time. I have
stuck on
doubts.
crawlers though. They're going to get stuck on crawlers and Mustangs.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to life steal on anything of value.
Nice mobile beacon though, pushing those Phoenixes straight out.
So that tower looks like it is going to die. We'll see how long it takes. It's level 2.
And the napalm on the Fire Badgers, roasting everything on the ground.
That napalm is a major change, I think, on the battlefield here.
Clears the chaff in seconds.
With that tower down, there is a window for those Phoenix to survive the Mustang and then turn on the Scorpion. But there's just nothing else alive because of the napalm.
Yeah,
So Phoenix
that
are dropping.
Scorpion's going to take the tower as well. Oof. Mr. Rhino is angry. He's here to avenge his buddies. The tower falls at the perfect time.
Oh, the Scorpion hit.
There's 2 Mustangs alive. Will it be enough? Yes,
They
it
are!
will.
Oh, no.
Oh. And the Scorpion survives on a fraction of HP. HellOO's going to get frustrated by that.
Okay. We just saw a amp core purchase
And
onto that
another
Scorpion.
Rhino. Another Rhino drop.
Another Rhino drop. We also have the shield drop back up. Is he going to put that on one of his flanks to protect them, or is he going to just save it for the next turn, which is when the oil drop's happening?
This is a Scorpion aggro now.
With these small packs of medium units, the Steel Ball and the Fire Badgers, it's just asking for Scorpion.
Yeah. So much value from each shot.
I almost wonder if he goes for something like double shot, just to make sure that he does take out the Steel Ball in a single volley, the level 2s.
If you look closely, the way he's lining up these Scorpions with the Fire Badgers, he's targeting the Scorpion on the center Fire Badger, so the splash hits all 3 of them, not just 2 of the pack.
Very effective.
Okay, the most bang for his buck.
Now, HellOO picked the Replicate on the Crawlers. I think a loose formation might have been... He doesn't have it, though, but a loose formation might have been welcome here.
There's so many Fire Badgers, I don't think Replicate Crawl's going to do much.
Yeah, I don't really think that that's a good investment, but he might be considering the
On
flanks.
the flank? Yeah.
Particularly that flank on the bottom right, with Sako only having the 1 Crawler. He's probably hoping to overwhelm it.
But those towers are leveled up. Crawlers are not taking those towers.
And the
anytime
Crawler's
fast.
leveled up as well. We might still see that turn to level 3 for all we know.
The defensive missile's going to slow down the Rhino.
What is it with you and these rhinos, man? You've been obsessed ever since the Goomba Stomp.
Well, here we go. I have my doubts about the Replicate. The Rhino is slowed with that missile.
You gonna say anything or leave it all to Drewski? You know what? Don't answer that. Drewski's got you covered.
One of the Scorpions has already fallen, but the other ones have dealt considerable damage to all of these medium units.
Doing work.
Oh, but the
Rhino's
Rhino,
reaching the
Rhino
tower.
just
No.
turned. It did not go to the tower.
It'll get there in the end, though, right?
Oh, just enough. One swing
One
away.
punch. But look how long it's going to take to kill that tower.
That tower is leveled.
There we go. Once again, it's going to be down to the Phoenixes.
Will those Mustangs take it out? It looks like they did. There's 1 Phoenix left in the bottom, but I think Sako's getting the round once more.
Yeah, but not by much. Just getting little scrappy wins.
It still is anyone's game.
I think Sako's definitely the driving seat right now, though.
What do you think
Improved
about...
fire control? Sorry, yep.
Well, improved fire control is certainly a solid pick. What do you think about advanced missile device here, though? Using that to potentially take out those Fire Badgers who have 11,000 life, the missile will do 15,000 damage.
Take a chunk out of the Scorpions as well, behind them. Whew.
I don't think either player picked them though, so
Yeah.
not a factor.
A theoretical choice, but it would have been a good one.
I'm a big fan of the upgraded missile, particularly because it only takes 3 of them to bring down a shield. And if you want to use something like an oil, which HellOO does, then you can guarantee that the shield is gone.
Oil on the line. Those Mustangs are going to get burnt to a cinder. But he has taken range on them. But they're level 4. Oof. With a damage item, those Mustangs are going to punch.
They are, but there's a whole lot of faith put into them. You do have napalm on the ground. It's all going to depend on which path they take. Are they going to kill themselves? Wraith is going to change things a lot. It's not a surprise. Picking Wraith against an aggro player is a wise choice, but is it too late for level 1 Wraith to really matter?
Yeah, I don't know, because even with armor, they couldn't survive the Mustangs. And naked, I don't see them lasting a second versus these Mustangs. Maybe he's hoping the degen beam does a lot of work.
Even if it's just for a few moments. I do think the one that's facing the high level and itemed Mustang, I think that one is too aggressively placed. I think it's going to die before it is a factor. The other ones maybe have a chance.
One down. Oh, we've got crawls onto the tower already, but it's a level 2 tower.
And those crawlers are replicate, so they might be able to replicate off those Mustangs.
Tower falls. Ooh.
Mustangs are in the pocket, avoiding the fire.
Those are the big Mustangs. Level 4 with a damage item. And the tower is gone.
Tower's gone. Mustangs having field day. Driving through fire now. Will they all...
Phoenixes.
Oh, just a handful enough. Once again. Just
not enough.
Tiny little chipping
damage.
away.
If I'm Sacco here, I'm taking Giants this turn, no matter what. I just want some 400 damage punches going through at the end of the round. Some haymakers. There we go. Got some overlords.
Overlords. We're gonna see a photon emission, I believe.
Yeah, it's the answer to degen, really. You could just kill the Wraith, and it solves the same problem.
Which he has been, and this last round was partially as weak of a showing with the health damage because of the oil, but that oil's gone now. So those Mustangs really were dominating the round.
Has taken the photon. Has taken the big melting point.
Another melting point. Are we going to see range on them? I would hope so. They still got 600 cash left.
Versus aggro, it's less important to get range. I might even be tempted by multi-melter here. He's getting pressured a lot from the front line.
That could be.
Another oil. You can see the desperation in his eyes when the oil gets rolled out 2 rounds in a row.
But this time he doesn't have the shield airdrop to protect from that positioning. He knows what the threat is those Mustangs.
And both players have got Rhino drops as well. Let's see what they drop them.
Okay, he went with the life drain.
Nice. Extra health for the melting points.
And
Sacco, big melting point.
Defensively playing that Rhino.
I like it, I like it. Where's HellOO's Rhino gonna go, though? Where's the red Rhino?
Also, we've got the level 3 Phoenix making a run at that tower. Really, you only have level 1 Mustang, which are already distracted, to protect it.
And they're busy fighting a Wraith. The Rhinos land on top of each other in the back line.
With the missile to add to it.
Oh, the missile saves the day. Good missile.
The Phoenix are going to be distracted still as the flank has already gone down.
Can he kill the melting points? I don't think he can.
I don't think so. The range on the Mustang is keeping them just out of the fire, though, so they do still have the damage. Half of them did walk into the fire.
Oof.
The big melter has lifesteal. Is it immortal? I think this round it is.
Oh, no, one's down, but the big one is, yep, gonna live forever.
HellOO, get with a little bit of a sigh of relief here, breathing life back into his match.
He did push, he did take temporary range at the tower, so he's behind economically.
At this point, round 9, I think you're going to see loans, range, and speed every round.
Every round, yeah, for sure.
For both sides.
He's taking personal shield. He's going to drop on the big melter or one of the Wraiths. Probably the melter for the biggest health bar benefit.
I still don't like the positioning of that front Wraith in front of the big level 6 Mustangs.
No, it needs some chaff or something to body block.
Something, or just sell it and get another one, or not get another one because they're not doing too much. The extra overlords having more photon across the board.
He's going to struggle this round, HellOO. Without oil, oil's been keeping him in it, just killing the Mustangs off for him. He's got nothing else to kill the Mustangs, apart from the Wraiths, but the Wraiths just won't go head-to-head with Mustangs well.
Yeah, he reached for another tool in the toolkit and came up empty. All of the Rhino assault, everything to assist each round, it's all on cooldown.
Closing missile doctrine. Sacco picking off the chaff with some missiles of his own. Throwing some crawls in front of the big melter. Ooh, missiles across the board. Desperation plays left and right.
Both sides smelling blood.
I'm afraid I think it's the photon that's made the difference this round. The DGM beam is doing nothing. The Wraiths are dead to the Overlords. There's one big melter left.
One? There's two.
But there is an armada in the skies.
And those high-level Mustang keeping a steady pressure of damage on it, so it can't heal up.
Big melter though, it's living. It's living.
We're gonna have one
no.
shot. There it goes. And I do believe that's gonna be game.
Yeah. Unlucky. Nice defense there in the end for HellOO. He was under pressure the whole game long.
Absolutely. Being able to, even though losing rounds, those rounds were small amounts, he gave himself a window to be able to turn things around. I'm just going to have a look here and just see if we can figure out what was the top damage for both sides here. The high-level Scorpion, second most for the game, second most for the round. So even when we knew when he purchased it, it was a good purchase. It remained useful the entire game. So he never sold it, he never repositioned it. It was highly aggressive, though. It never had any chaff or anything to protect it. So still managing to be useful is kind of a surprise to me.
Another game, 2 games in a row now where we've seen mechanical division on steel balls used very aggressively. Did it get much value though?
The steel ball, it's tough to say because a lot of the value is going to be in that mech division. We just can't quantify it. They did not do a lot of damage with that energy absorption though, so that was an expensive mech division purchase.
Yeah, I think he was hoping they'd survive the Scorpion shots, then latch on and drain the health back. But those Scorpions were just brutal.
Yeah, at that point it was buyer's remorse, because that was the same turn the Scorpions came out.
Yeah.
Alright, I need to drop out of here because we've already got an invite to the next match.
Yeah.
And I need to change all the info here.
At a good pace. I think they might have been waiting for us as we were the last ones to finish.
And they were indeed waiting for us. So we do get to say goodbye to HellOO. He's our first developer out of the tournament. People are going to start dropping like flies. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next round.